A time, in a bustling town, there lived a girl named Emily. Emily was always complaining about her life and how tough everything was. She would come home from school, and her father, a wise man named John, would listen patiently as she shared her worries. Emily often argued with her mom about household tasks. She felt burdened by her schoolwork and thought it was unfair that she had to do so much around the house. Mom always makes me do the dishes and clean my room when I have so much homework, she would tell her father. She also had misunderstandings with her friends. One day, Emily missed a call from her best friend, Sarah, who needed help with a project. When Emily finally called back, Sarah was upset and accused Emily of not caring about their friendship. She thinks I ignored her on purpose, Emily complained. One evening, after a particularly hard day, Emily sat down with her father and said, "Dad, I'm so tired of all these problems. Every day there's something new. I don't know how much more I can take." John, who had heard these complaints many times before, decided it was time to teach Emily a valuable lesson. He asked her to follow him into the kitchen. There, he took out 3 pots and filled them with water, placing each one on the stove over high heat. Once the water began to boil, he placed a potato in the first pot, an egg in the second pot, and coffee beans in the third pot. Without saying a word, he let them boil for a while. After some time, he turned off the burners and took out the potato, the egg, and poured the coffee into a cup. He placed them all in front of Emily and asked, "What do you see?" Emily replied, "The potato, an egg, and coffee." John then asked her to feel the potato. She did and noticed it was soft. He then asked her to break the egg. After removing the shell, she observed that the egg was hard-boiled. Finally, he asked her to sip the coffee. She smiled as she tasted its rich flavor. "But what does this mean, Dad?" Emily asked. Her father explained. The potato, the egg, and the coffee beans each faced the same challenge: the boiling water. However, each one reacted differently. The potato went strong, hard, and tough, but in boiling water, it became soft and weak. The egg was delicate, with a thin outer shell protecting its liquid interior until it was put in the boiling water. Then the inside became hard. However, the coffee beans were unique. After they were exposed to the boiling water, they changed the water and created something new. John looked at his daughter and continued, "Which one are you? When difficulties come your way, how do you respond? Are you a potato, an egg, or a coffee bean?" Emily sat quietly, reflecting on her father's words. She realized that she had been acting like the potato, becoming weak in the face of her problems. She thought about the recent issues she had with her mom and friends. Just the other day, Emily and her mom had a big argument about housework. Emily felt stressed by school and didn't think it was fair that she had to do so much around the house. She also thought about Sarah, her best friend, who was still upset over the missed call. She felt neglected and misunderstood. She understood now that she had the choice to be like the coffee beans and transform her situation into something positive. Instead of feeling defeated by her problems, she could change her perspective and find ways to improve things. From that day on, whenever Emily faced a problem, she remembered her father's lesson and tried to be like the coffee beans, changing the situation rather than letting it change her. She started by having a calm conversation with her mom, explaining her feelings and trying to understand her mom's point of view. With Sarah, she apologized sincerely and explained the misunderstanding, making an effort to rebuild their friendship. Emily found that by changing her approach, she could turn her problems into opportunities for growth and understanding. And just as with the potato, the egg, and the coffee beans, the same applies to our own lives. When we face challenges, we have the choice to either be softened by them, become hardened, or transform them into something better. It's up to us to decide how we will respond.